Hi guys, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Lila.
And we're with the conservation team at the Greensboro Science Center, and today we are doing a field outing. So we're going to be doing equipment checks like you might have seen before on social media, but today we're also picking up a bunch of mammal traps. So we're using these big bins behind us to pick up all of these traps in here. I don't know if you can see those or not. Traps and flags. Those traps are used spring, summer, and fall for our small mammal trapping program that we have on these mitigation restoration sites. So we are picking them up to take them back to the lab to be cleaned and stored for the winter. So sometimes it's really hard to find traps when we're out here looking around because of the dense vegetation. So we are on Transect B, and I have found a flag kind of over in here, if you can see this little pink area. So sometimes we really have to dig around to look for the traps because of how dense the vegetation is. And oh look, there's our trap. So now that we found it, we are going to condense it and put it in a bucket. So while we're out here, we're looking for different signs of wildlife just to see if there's any different animals that we're not catching on our trail cameras or our bioacoustic recorders. But this is an animal, a sign of an animal that we typically get on our trail cameras anyway, but I thought it would be really cool to show you guys. So this is a sign of a white-tailed deer. And this is a male deer that's been rubbing his antlers on the tree. And usually that is a sign of the rut starting, which in North Carolina starts on October 10th and ends sometime in January. So we know that male deer, so bucks, are hanging around in this area. And that's really important for us to know because we don't have a trail camera specifically in this area of the transect. So it's nice to know that they are going back and forth in this area. There is a lovely pond behind me. We are still on Transect B. This is a part of the transect where we do have a bat recorder, so that is a type of animal that we are recording in this specific area, but I thought it would be super cool to show you guys what it looks like if we know the deer are here without physically seeing them.
Right now I am collecting a water sample from Site B and also doing a reading. So right now it is 16.9 degrees Celsius, about 61 degrees Fahrenheit. We also check the phosphates, ammonia, nitrates, nitrites, and chlorine when we get back to the lab just to see what the levels are holding in the water. Changes can tell us that there's been runoff. There's probably going to be changes from last time just because of all the water that's coming in here through the hurricanes.
Hi guys, so we are now at Site E and we are going to be working with our bat detector. So our bat detector is at the edge of a field, and we like to have our bat detectors this way because bats like to have lots of area to be swooping down in and grabbing those insects that are flying around. They can't move around really well with a bunch of trees like the rest of the transect is, so that's why we have it on the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change out our SD card, and this is where it keeps all of our little bat calls. We pick up bat calls using an ultrasonic microphone, which is run all the way up this large PVC pipe. We also are able to get calls all the way around the tree, so if we've got any bats that are coming from the forest into the field, we're able to hear those and pick those up as well.
So right now I am collecting our data that we just did at CAUSE. This is our sheets that we go through, so we look at our cover boards and we check to see today they were empty. And then we do all of our checks for our trail cameras, our bat detectors and bird detectors. That way we know what we did out here during day to day. We do go back to the Science Center and then log it digitally. Hi guys, so not just in the field do we get to do what we're supposed to do, but sometimes we find fun stuff. So if you've ever seen me in the butterfly house, you know that we have Gulf fritillaries, and this is their host plant out here. So during the summertime it flowers with a purple flower, and then in the fall it has fruits that spread its seed.
One of the things that we are doing this month is we are putting our bird recorders back out on our trees on each of our transects. So we took these bird recorders down to do routine maintenance on them. We replaced the microphone covers, which is this little black tip right there. We also updated all of their software and cleaned them all up really good because they are exposed to the elements out here. So you've got all kinds of things that make homes on them and in them. A lot of the times it's ants and spiders. So we want to make sure that our equipment is running the best possible way that it can be. So we take it down and maintenance it routinely. It's always fun to see cows on our transects. We are over on our CAUSE transects and we have multiple cows and their calves out here this evening with us. So thanks for following along with us and getting to see some pretty cool stuff. We got everything accomplished today that we were hoping to, so see you next time.